Hi students, for first BCom, first sum on paper is the Indian financial system. I am going to cover the Indian financial system in coming videos. Okay. Then we can start the Indian financial system. The Indian financial system is the one of the most important aspects of the economic development of our country. Means it is the most important aspect for the economic development for our country. Then in financial system we are concerned with money, credit and finance. Okay, in a financial system we are especially money is collected from the people who are having excess and the same is giving to the needy individuals. Okay, then in financial system it is concerned with the money, credit and finance. Okay, this is done by financial intermediaries such as banks, financial institutions, money lenders and cooperative societies. Financial system in India comprises of financial institution, financial markets, financial instruments and financial services. Okay, this system manages the flow of funds between the people means households of the country and ones who may invest wisely. Who is investing? Normally investors or businessmen. Okay, then who have saving, that one will transfer to businessmen and investors for the betterment of both parties. Normally households will get interest or something or share like that money they will get, and for investors they will get the profit. Okay, this one is the Indian financial system. Means the flow of funds between savers and investors, that one is the financial system. Okay, now we can go to the features of the Indian financial system. It plays a vital role in the economic development of country as it encourages both savings and investment. Financial system encourages savings and investment. It helps in mobilizing and allocating on savings. Means suppose if we have more money, we can save in bank, and these bank people will give to some investors. Then type of allocation of fund is happening. Okay, then it facilitates the expansion of financial institutions and markets. Through this one means through the transaction of money, expansion of financial institution and markets are happening. Okay, it plays a key role in capital formation. Means through investment we can increase our capital. Then another one feature is capital formation. Next one, it helps in link between the investors and savers. Means it increases the investment and it increases the saving attitude of the people. Then one more point is there, it also concerned with the provision of funds. These are the features of Indian financial system. Okay, then Indian financial system have an important role in economic development and it encourages savings and investment. Then next point, it helps mobilizing on savings. Next point, it facilitates the expansion of financial institutions and market. And next feature is key role in capital formation. And next one, it forms a link between investors and savers. And next one, it concerned with the provision of funds. These are the main features of the Indian financial system. Okay, now we can go to the components of Indian financial system. There are four main components of the Indian financial system. First one is financial institution. and second one is financial instruments, and third one is financial service, and fourth one is financial markets. Okay, then in financial institution we can divide it as banking institution and non-banking institution. Financial institution we can divide it as banking and non-banking institutions. This banking institution we can divide it as commercial banks and cooperative banks. Okay, then banking financial institution means banking institution and non-banking institution. In non-banking institution, development bank will be there, investment bank institutions like LIC, UTI, GIC, like that institution will be there, and non-banking institution like NBFC and RNBC means equipment leasing, hire purchasing, finance corporation, like that institutions are there in non-banking institutions. Okay. Next one, we can financial instruments. Financial instrument we can divide it as term insurance, term instruments, and means like primary securities and secondary market and primary market, derivative market, like that we can divide this financial instruments, means short term, medium term, long term, like that we can divide this financial instruments. Next one is financial service. Financial service is like asset based, leasing, hire purchase, consumer credit, bill discounting, venture capital, then fee based merchant banking, credit banking, stock broking, mergers, these all coming under the financial service. Then last one, financial market. In financial market we can divide it into money market and capital market. Okay, money market and capital market. Money market also we can divide it as call money market, treasury bills, and capital market we can divide it as primary market, secondary market, and derivative market. Okay, then we have four components of Indian financial system, means financial institutions, financial instruments, financial service, and financial market. These are the main components of Indian financial system. Now we can study about functions of financial system. Okay, the first important function of financial system is link savers and borrowers, means banks, financial institution, and cooperative societies are under the organized sectors. We know these are the main financial institution, banks, cooperative society, these are the organized sector, and unorganized sector like money lenders, like that unorganized sector also is there. These two sectors act as a link between savers and investors, savers of money and users of money. Okay, then these financial institution and this organized sector or unorganized sector acts as a link between users of money and savers of money. Okay, then a strong financial system is needed to transform from funds from the savers of money to the borrowers of the money. Okay, then mobilizing savings in an efficient manner is the first function, means linking the savers and borrowers is the first function of financial system. Okay, then second one is allocation of funds. Okay, a strong financial system, what it is doing, it allocating funds through some projects undertaken by government or private people, means allocating funds to development of different activities or different projects in a country. That one is the allocation of funds. Okay, then second point is the allocation of funds. Third one is mobilization of savings. This is an important important activity of financial system. It is mobilizing savings and channelizing them into productive activities. They are mobilizing these savings to the needy people, and through that one it using for productive activities. The financial institution must offer appropriate attractive savings, and then automatically people will save more, and we can give this money to the needy people. Okay, in this way financial system transform the savings into investment. Means through savings, means suppose if you are taking example of a bank will give interest for savings, and people will, then what they will do, they will deposit their money, then bank can give for borrowers as loan. Okay, then the financial intermediaries plays a crucial role in this activity. Okay, then third one is mobilization of savings. Okay, through financial system or through financial institutions, mobilization of savings is happening in our economy. Next one is bulk transformation of funds. Okay, by large and small investors channelizing their funds by the purchasing the financial instruments. Means the amount collected from the small investors is converted into a large fund through this method. Means they are collecting small fund and they are giving it as a large fund for the needy people. The amount is invested on the productive activities. Small amount is collected together and created it as a large fund. Okay, then this is the fourth point, bulk transformation of funds. Bulk transformation means they are collecting from small investors, small size of money, and they are giving it as a large amount. Okay, next one is maturity transformation function. The financial intermediaries accept deposit from the general public in different maturities according to their preference. Okay, what they are doing means they will accept deposit from general publics in different maturities like 5 years or 10 years, like that. They will accept deposit or maturities and lend them to borrowers in different maturities like 10 years, 5 years, 20 years, like that. They will give to the borrowers according to their need. They can promote their economic activities of a country. Okay, then maturity transformation or transformation function means accepting deposit for a period of time or for a maturity period, and they are giving as loan for a period of time. Okay, this one is the maturity transformation function. Next one is risk transformation function. The investors are ready to accept the risk if they are getting some support. Okay, the type of risk are market risk, business risk, and interest risk. Like that, different risks are there. Inflation is there, recession risk is there. Currently we know due to corona some economical crises are there. Like that, different risks are there. To reduce these risks, certain tools are utilized. They are giving support like insurance, hedging, derivatives, like that. Some supports providing through the financial system. Okay, then they are getting some type of support through the financial system.